Okay, need to finish it as soon as possible. What is this? It's a door. The door. There's a door. Does he know about the D-O-R-E? Huh? The door. Why is the door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Huh, isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at the place that looked like a trial ground. But then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here, just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Oh, did you say what I think it said? Yeah, it definitely said it. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy. But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? Not just that. What is this graduation exam? Isn't the killing already over? Who would be under supervision? This clock doesn't have any hands. A clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in a classroom? What is this? In a normal classroom there would be a window, but instead there's this iron plate bolted here. When I tried knocking on it with my fist, looks like it's pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped? What the heck? This place where iron plates are covering the windows inside the classrooms. Is it really Hope Speak Academies? Leave here. Oh, very familiar. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope Speak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope Speak Academy that I have admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I go and definitely clear things up. I heckin' don't know where the gymnasium was in this game. Yeah, weird lights. Second floor, that was the gymnasium, yeah. Gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cover it away anymore. And so I brace myself and cautiously open the door. Can somebody explain this glitch shit to me? This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Cop there, 6. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of the door. It was a normal gymnasium. Yo, Hajime. You heard the announcement that came here too, right? You guys did too, right? What do you make all of this? Monokuma said this place was Hope Speak Academy or something? That cannot be possible. You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello, how does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope Speak Academy? You. Hey, where are we? Why did you lock up? Where did you lock us up this time? What a shock, I just told you guys this is Hope Speak Academy. There's no way in hell that's true. Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway. What's left of it? The day before, unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? I don't believe it. Well, of course, it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean? Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to the Hope's Peak Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone. Enough with this bullshit, just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and... Means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the side of the ruin. And inside of the ruin. What do you mean between? What do you mean made? Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Very good. Good, good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment, you're planning to make us do something, aren't you? It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is the graduation exam? Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you wanna leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. We are obviously gonna get out. There's no way we would stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now. You can do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast? You guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I've dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout the Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate, contains no lies whatsoever, otherwise the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And so, as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on outside where, main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. Like he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right? How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? How do we make that? It's impossible. There's no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long. What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I would become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you are born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. A nobody will forget he was a nobody. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Arjuna, did something happen? Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all? As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means? Yes, what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation. If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of. So they are not the World Ender. Then we really were tricked by Monokuma? However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that. Even if they are our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate the information on our own. Jackie said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do? That's obvious. If we are gonna get out of here safely, we have to do the graduation exam, right? Graduation exam? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying. Monogama says something about the field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been Alright, I'm gonna do it. Prepare yourself. Yeah, we might be able to learn about something about Hope's Peak Academy about ourselves. I don't care if we don't anymore, if we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, can we go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, then let's all leave this island alive by enemies, hell yes. Okay, can we go? He's right. Now's the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. What this place really is, what's happened to the Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that's what we are thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we would never choose to stay on this island. So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weirdest building? Even so, I don't think we find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I just go on ahead for now. Hey, you're already going? What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious? She obviously isn't thinking about anything. It will be fine, there will no longer be any situation where we must exchange each other's lives. So we should do our very best. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at the green light. If we stopped at the green light, we will never reach our goal. Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home. I'll go on ahead, I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyiko left the gymnasium. I shall do my best to obtain the wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and left the gymnasium. Miss Sonia? Please don't leave me, I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kozuchi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start with just a bit more and it's going to end. And I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Maji Day? Okay. Investigation. Oh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again, so persistent. But I'm not gonna follow his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been created to limit our movement. Is it just me? Dojo, I remember this. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we are inside the school. First, it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building makes sense. What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, History of Hope's Peak Academy and Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history, then what's the first you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this, that totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I look at it. I look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Academy. Hope's Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Yet to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes that they will not be able to make progress with the research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department which scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and the exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about this brand. With this, Hope's Academy managed to amass sizable funds and begin further research of talent. To create Hope's Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who will become mankind's hope. But just they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right. It was the tragedy of Hope's Academy. Hope's Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of the manga, the tragedy, and Hope's Academy. These names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details about. I know it would be just a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. The department was not here to collect money. I was one of the Reserve Corps students, right? That's weird. Oh, you're here again. Oh, that's the thing that's weird is you, of course. Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those Reserve Corps students. Or you willingly sealed those memories away yourself. You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often, not that I would know anything about that though. Or saying it's my fault, I forgot, that's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. And it's expected of a reserve course student. Damn it, what the heck? True, but its armor and helmet. The map developers designed this to reflect the Japanese dojo. A bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they are just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks so cool about this. That was like a huge clue in case 5 of the first game. The target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? Isn't he saying that if the production team had the time, they would have whatever? So yeah, there's a dojo here. There's a Kozuchi there, a Kokusuchi there. Kokusuchi. Isn't this where there's a lot of blood? Oh. I guess the shit was cleaned up. This is another manga, it's laying on top of the desk. This one, Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope Spring Academy, it says. Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope Spring Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope Spring Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic... Okay. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hope Peak Academy occurred at Hope Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. Izuru Kamukura. Izuru was a genius known as symbol of hope. Hope Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as Ultimate Hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origin and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students at Hope Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and considered the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did and by making that knowledge public. He stoked the fires of reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they had been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. Eventually, the incident would lead to the terrifying, devastating incident, the incident that will be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa, Pair 0. The heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this shit? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Peak Academy. What irony. For a genius known as the Ultimate Hope to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off, but Ultimate Hope? Don't need to mention that too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. But Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they had given me one of those talents, so I didn't have to be a reserve department. Didn't have to be in the reserve. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began an uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Manga for morons. What kind of incident was it? Was this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is written as the Junko of Funoshima, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Izuru Kamukura. I don't even know I heard that name. If I heard that name, I mean. Where is this Kazuchi Kaksuchi? Where is he? He disappeared? What the fuck? What the fuck? He disappeared. What a moron. What a fucking moron. Moron. Guys, I ran out of doors. There are no more doors left where I can go in. Oh. Oh, yeah, right. F1. Space? I can't clear. What the fuck? Wants to give you something. Ok. Can I clean now? Guys, I can't clean. Thank you. Wait, I'm gonna raise presents. Pet? Oh, I see. I have completely forgotten about the pet. What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in the human history. Anyway, the next one would be obviously about the incident, the biggest, most awful. Just what was the incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Flip through the pages of the manga and hope that I was right. Story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. Incident known as the biggest, most awful. It is drawn as grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque. Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. It was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. Community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet, it began spreading and eroded into the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The ends and the means that had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what happened. Feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etats began occurring around the world, and war waged in the name of despair. War fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war, pure war, and because of that there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to distribute despair. Powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair, and with this they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history that is definitely made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What has happened to them? You're seriously yelling at the manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? You don't like the manga? High school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough, what is this messed up manga? I thought you would obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember such despair, that's the future foundation's fault though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories, the incident that happened during the period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues are here, for real. Please understand I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Let's see, so that's how it is. And that's what he meant by what he said in the beginning. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we want to stay on this island, but then there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now, perhaps. No, that's definitely. Why are there truth bullets? Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they are devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they are known as Ultimate Despair, they are high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the killings we are involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. That was close, I nearly froze to death, so where should I go next? I've been to the dojo. 5B, this is where the murder happened. No? What the fuck? It's still not this one. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Hello. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here? That was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing a manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. Ask a student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up and what did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise, it's about the Ultimate Despair. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally a title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil and feared person alive. A high school girl. Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima. As a former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. She created the Ultimate Despairs. There was only one horrible person in that group. Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history. There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons in power. Her connections were the main reason the incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. What was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause the incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they would just do what they did without a purpose. It was Junko Enoshima's despair. For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie, Hajime is a human, it's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the Ultimate Despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. The idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the Ultimate Despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was own or anyone else's, it was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children, they dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the reserve corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days? Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department? They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide. All of them? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima. Yeah, it doesn't scare me at all, I mean. Junko Enoshima is already dead. Hey Fuyuki, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead? What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons killing school life in the Bloody Classroom. Bloody Classroom? No wait, what was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved, they were killings that happened in Hope's Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. That's what it was. Killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. Oh, it was 6 of them at that time. For a manga about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead. It turns out that the killing school life was part of the world's biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Academy, and she took away the memories just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being cruel, asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. The students of Hope's Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not, doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we are involved in resemble the killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but the imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope's Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we will lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are the surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabba of a kind. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? Oh, do you have a problem with that? I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I just raised the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again. Now then, I give you guys my all. I tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and inside. I raise them flags like crazy. Killing school life is about how former students of Hope's Academy had their memories taken away and were forced to kill each other. Surveillance cameras for the academy were filming it, broadcasting it worldwide. Students of Hope's Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols, yeah, okay. That's why he's dead. What a surprise, do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again? No, I don't really need you to. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days. Baba Boshi Babao. Baba Boshi Babao. It's fine already, but I'm just getting to the good part. Good part or not, I've already heard this from you before. Ok. And sleep, I guess. Change to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on? to make something like this happen. Now, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Be surprised by something like this. I'm kinda stretching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. How can I, what happened? Wow, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean? Ooh. I don't know, it's just my gut after all. It's just my gut. But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. Amonukuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Is case 6 gonna involve the remaining or the surviving characters from the first one? That I would like so much. I would fucking love that shit. I would fuck with that, man. I would really fuck with that shit. I would really fuck the shit out of that shit. Sup, man. Sup. What's up, pet? What's the point of feeding this cocksucker? This present is too valuable to give away, sorry. Okay, but can you let me out of there? Where's his apron? Okay. Wasn't this the headmaster's? Oh, music room. I don't even remember that shit. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like hologram, right? Regarding the report we saved you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Speak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. 15? It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. See. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they are survivors of Hope Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Oshima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope Speak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of the origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding the separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. Seems that we can proceed with the experimental phase of the new word program. Survivors of Hope Speak Academy 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they are talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest shit is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe? I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we have lost. Looks like it's some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? Combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope Creek Academy were among the many students, many of who established the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Creek Academy. Aren't they known as Verdender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Future Foundation's origins has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's been finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope Creek Academy and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate disguise because the biggest Mustafa the ones who are carrying out the will of Junko of Enoshima and making us go through this. Also, this got my attention in the email too. Research facility and Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email. What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found on that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. Is there really? If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation's members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. Why isn't there one room explaining everything, guys? Why isn't there one room explaining everything? Why do we have to suffer? Teacher's Lounge. This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has the stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office? Now that you mention it, does look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Yeah, I did see Miss Sonia. Yeah, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. Damn it, I'm really worried. What if something happens to me when Miss Sonia isn't looking? This guy is so useless sometimes. List of subjects. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? Is this all of us? Ryoko Sayonji, Hajime Hinata, Chiaki Nanami, Kazuichi Soda, Akane Owari, Sonya, Nevermind, Peku Pakuyama, Naitoko Maeda, Gundam Tanaka, Ultimate Imposter, Mayuru Koizumi, Mikan Tsumiki, Ibuki Miyoda, Teruteru Hanamura, Nekomaru Nidai, Koyoiko Kuzuryu. It's 12, 15, yeah, 16 of us. Are names I've never seen before. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Ryoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? Miss Hyoko Sayonji. What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sayonji. That can mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean, the Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and figure is too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko Sayonji here. The Hyoko is an older sister with the same first name and last name. An older sister with the first and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself, that's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? But it's not like I was that close to her or anything. She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance. That's Hyoko. What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt. But regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair. What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper What am I hearing? I know, I thought I heard something. He's really saying this is the same person. That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it loud makes me sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we are also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under a list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it? What's going on? It better not have anything to do with the time travel. Interesting. There's a portrait. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says... Oh, Izuru Kamukura. He's the founder? What the fuck? The founder of... founder of Hope Sleep Academy, and his name is Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Oh yeah, I realized I have relatives over. Anyway, I'm gonna cover in my room. List of subjects seem really dangerous. Don't tell me all this killing is gonna have some psychotic conclusion like it's an experiment. Fine, you fucker. Yes, Majide. There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. Looks like the passage from an email someone wrote. Gmail. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should just read it. You understand this matter regarding survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Shima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko and Shima. As long as you don't know nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of the shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does it mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest Mustafa is terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they will be forgiven that easily. Okay, with this you have totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go to the next stage. Next stage? I'm gonna be on a different floor. So this was the third one and I'm gonna go to the second one. Yep. Damn it, not again. The hallway is different from the last time. I guess the when the flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? Now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about this is just going to waste my energy. Yes, stop writing all those text messages for no reason. It's confusing the hell out of me, motherfucker. This game is so fucking sperm. What did I enter? Rec room. Rectum. Why is the shit floating? There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. Yeah, we're not gonna examine the floating shit? That's crazy, man. That's just super fucking crazy to me. Dartboard. Look at the dartboard, that's the most suspicious one. There's a dartboard, but this is still a school, right? Or did Monokuma just randomly make up this place? I was expecting him to come up here. There's a lot of different magazines here: fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer, travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. Mahiru would have been happy to see this. Okay. It's a 5 with Hope Speak Academy seal on it. It says confidential, that means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope Speak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. The plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope Speak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True Hope. This hologram again. What did this one say? Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. I've been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we are determined that they are the same age as the others, so I have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the King School life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter. We have no new information to report. We will continue with this investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of future filled with hope. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by Future Foundation, right? And why is this happening? Why, if the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? But I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up. Hi, my Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's all your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway? It's exactly what it looks like. They are the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents. But who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Nice. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is totally disconnected from reality. Stop, okay? It's close, it's very close. Someone is coming. Akane is twitching her nose and examining her surroundings. Yeah, definitely real close, at least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see, my gut feeling is... They are both. He's right, they are both. Both? What do you mean? I don't know any details, it's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. What the fucker. Nice gameplay. One would think that this is like corruption percent. Are used to do those streams, NES corruptions. NES, SNES corruptions. Which is unplayable. Library. Is it gonna be upside down? I'm gonna be so sad if it's upside down. It's not, okay. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Really, only this message here? Slogram again. It must be another one of Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another key. The Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you guys doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason, do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. But you guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideas, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from tragedy you survived and cooperating with recovering your memories. Oh, I see, so... Wait, this is 2 Future Foundation 14th Division Makoto Naegi. So Makoto Naegi is a loser, fucking betrayer, fuck. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of future filled with hope. What does this mean? Seems to suggest that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi, but he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? I'm pretty sure he did that, fucking idiot. Okay, I leave. Oops. 2B, so I don't know where the bloody classroom was. I think it was on the 5th floor. It was very late into the game. Yeah. Oh, whose swimsuit is that? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I didn't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it. I was in a school now and I'm suddenly in a laundry room. Found you, cocksucker. Kuko Enoshima. Tablet PC. This looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? Picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo-word program. This word, Neo-word. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few minutes already. Oh, Australia moment. The Neo-word program is another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo-word program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo-word program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose results were utilized. By mounting a device to a cranium, the Neo-word program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Additionally, the Neo-word program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in a real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Slowly everything around me turned black. Synthetic spiritual program, feeling of emptiness like everything is being tainted, feeling of weakness like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts that said goodbyes, the conflicts that trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah, I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that there's no way something as crazy as this actually exists. You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is made up. Made up? Including me too. Me too movement. Oh, can this fucking game end, please? Just tell me what happened. Hey, how you doing? Did you enjoy the King's Call trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made in the beginning? From the point on, I promise you a word that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only is watching this who can save them. The end of the world is night. And end of the world is night. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see any resemblance, but... My fucking eyes, bre. Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? This placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden? I'm not sure, I do not fully understand. What the heck, Reno? What the heck, Reno? Found you. The moment you discover the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Why is there Wombi here? Big object. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is this? I looked at that object. Binary. Oh, I know who that is. Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program. Person? Floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No. Is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. This is my name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk. But what are you? Alter Ego? Artificial AI program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing, and because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on, my brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. It's that feeling from earlier again. This floating like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground, like I can't even believe my own existence. You should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection to procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data was collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means data detailing Jabberwock Island, where the research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I'm to answer your question, where is this place? The answer will be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears the space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words. I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was fictional word. But are you saying this word is fictional word? I feel like I can't believe what's going on. This missing sense of reality, all the mysteries, all the truths, they are just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this word is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me what was the new word program used for in the first place? Serves only purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. Program for creating hope? But the fact that we are here and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's for, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the NeoWare program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world, removing memories of any time period you set it to. So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories, but why? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in the experimental stage. I'm sure that was a good reason. But unfortunately I don't know what's happening in the outside world, I'm sorry. I was saying we are lab rats. That's the only thing I can think of, it sounds like we are just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us, but they are trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like I'm about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the NeoWare program was programmed to host 15 people along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they would seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, all the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they have created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything that has changed, it changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The NeoWare program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it's the portion of my abilities which contain my authority to be the world. It was a grandmaster chess player. Desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. All this fucking reading. But even so, a portion of the word has been modified at its convenience. He's probably talking about Monokuma Raken Farmhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can't tell that just by communicating with her, which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego. If so, does the virus possess an AI just like her? I mean, what the heck? An AI waging an attack against another one, that's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the NeoWare program? NeoWare program exists in isolation, it's impossible that it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically. Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the NeoWare program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter the facility is someone who was a member of Future Foundation. What am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Oh, but it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas, so it has limit too. Limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer, such as in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and... Okay, if you're just God in the machine, that's enough hints from you. You're gonna say something more. Suppose that you exist between life and death and yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm change results by cutting off repeatedly and causes the situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint sense of ownership of the world and the situation from the context invites your death. Guys, my game is glitched, guys. That's Makoto Naegi. What the heck? What just happened? You're right. There, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through Alter Ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. The things you were guys forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? Really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The new world program is beyond our control now. In this world, the person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference, but Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe that you are listening to me. But first I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the new world program. But it's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys, but this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You have already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037? That's the number we found in Nanzumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared the password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in the place where the teacher would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase the password. Anyway, also the person who set the password to that number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm trusting that we are to you all, entrusted it to your future, but the person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair, using the graduation exam that's waiting for you, but I want you guys to endure it, without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario, where an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can stop that command. In a way, to end this, that you guys can choose on your own independently of the observer, which means even if you stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the short force shutdown sequence, you need more than half of the number of the people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Can we begin the case already? I'm so sick of reading. What was that just now? Hajime, what was the weirdest just now? Nothing really. I see. Oh well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see, it would be better if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do, prevent the virus's invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best. What do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we are working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear, but still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, we wouldn't thought that being meaningless too. When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Shotgun sequence. Can we go now? Can I fucking go now and then this game? Class trial begins.
僕も待ち疲れたんで思い切って始めちゃいますか。お待ちかねの卒業試験です。お前ら希望が峰学園の1階にある赤い扉へとお入りください。うぷぷ。
Red door. It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now I need to finish this. I just need to focus on that. Red door. Wish it wasn't doing this. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in there? If I do that, we'll just be finished. I really hope. I'm sick of it. Sick of this game. I'm not getting any closer. This place. Looks like everyone's here. Seems that this is going to be the final place. However, this place is... Is this a trial field? Yeah. We have been here before, right? Yeah, this should be the place that the door at the ancient ruin leads to. Seems pretty strange that we have been in that other building up till now. It's like we are dreaming or something. If this is a dream, then this is too. Then this too is very. So finally arrived, congratulations, you guys are the first ones to ever beat this game. After stopping by Hope's Peak Academy, you have finally come back to this place. The graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of the Jabberwock Island. You can give it a fancy name like graduation exam site, but it's no different from the trial ground from before. This trial field actually inspired the one from before, so in a way this place is the original. Who cares, this graduation exam means we can finally go home now. Of course, if that's what you guys decide. And if we have to decide, what do we have to do? Please take a look at the LCD touch panel built into your seats. Compared to the other trials, the rules are much simpler this time. There are two options, graduate and repeat. You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote and whichever one has majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either of them, it will be treated as absence and will not be counted. Which means everyone who has died up till now will have their votes treated as absences. Then the result is based on our majority vote. Graduate is chosen by majority vote. From there, an event that's kinda like the graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin. Even if we do this stupid majority vote, the result is already pretty damn obvious. Come on, let's move this along. Can we press it now, right? No, you can't do that yet. I mean, your resolve hasn't firmed yet, right? Your will to be swept away by society's harsh current. Shut up, who the heck cares? I'm gonna press it. I'm a witch of your orifices are you using to spew Bio. To participate in the graduation program, you need my final say as your teacher, you know. What does that mean? It won't end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it? I'm terribly sorry for being rude earlier. But you don't have to worry, there's no way I want to acknowledge your graduations. This is merely a formality. I'm just doing it because that's how it has to be. He's doing it because it's how it has to be. Doesn't mean he can exert his will over everything. He too has a limit. Is this what alter ego was talking about? Anyway, even if you don't want to do it, you guys still need to do it to solve the mystery. After all, afterward, you cast your majority votes, and from there we move to the graduation program. But why do we have to go through something so dumb? Well, that is, you said you were waiting for the main cast. Which means you're stalling for time then. Who's the main cast? Oh, no need to worry about it. It has nothing to do with you guys. There's no way it has nothing to do with us. We are the only ones who are involved, you know. It doesn't matter if you're involved or not. You are just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it has nothing to do with you. Just perform your roles without complaining. Hold on, what's with the chump comment? I can't ignore that. Ah, not that it's important or anything, but make sure you turn off that toy. How dare you treat him like a toy? I don't treat it like a toy. I can't talk, man. 1 hour 26 minutes in. You got a problem with it? I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me. I'm basically God. Just how promising can you guys be? I guess this is the nature of life. Fine then, and before you die, sear my power into your memories. Sure, I don't know what this is gonna be. Oh, it's another class trial. Let's see. Oh, they were loaded in. Okay, my bad. I won them actually, yeah. Open e-handbook. Hello, Word. Certain someone was Junko. And this is what interests me the most. List of subjects. Article was about a woman who looked like a fully grown version of Hiyoko Sanji. So maybe there wasn't a killing game here, but it was all an illusion. We are in a simulation or some shit. That would be pretty lame. Kamukura. Okay. Let's see the shit.
外の世界を知ってほしいと言っておきつつ、この話題から始めるのもどうかと思いますが、まずはお前らがいるこの世界の正体を聞いておきましょうか。
は？この世界の正体？なんだよそのふわっとした質問は。
This was true identity. If I answer this, it will be true. And that lie will become the truth. But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. What is this? Hangman's Gambit. What the fuck? Wie? You're sure? Okay. Fuck you, idiot. Fucking retard game. My fucking god. That's so fucking retarded. This is so fucking retarded. Can you drop me a T? You're so fucking bad at this fucking stupid fucking idiot retard fuck. We're true. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my fucking god, this is so cancer. I hate Hangman's Gambit in this cocksucking game.
この世界は俺たちがいるこのジャバウォック島は
実際のジャバウォーク島をモチーフにして作られたプログラムの世界なのでした。
おい
だからね、ここは現実の世界じゃなくて、言うなればゲームの中の世界なんだよ。わかったか？こんなものはただのゲームでしかないんだよ。
マジで言ってんのか？
これ舐めてんじゃねえぞ。そんな妄想話を聞かせるために俺らを集めたのか。
これがゲームなら俺のこのセリフもテキストウィンドウに表示されてたりすんのか。アホ言ってんじゃねえよ、そんなわけねえだろ。
ええ、確かに夢落ちレベルのひどい絶望かもしれませんが、それがどうした？全ての謎や伏線はこの一言で見事に回収されてしまうんだ。ゲームだから。
じゃあ俺らが殺し合いをさせられてたのは
ゲームだから。
ジャバボック島でめちゃくちゃなことばっか起きてたのは
ゲームだから。
島に俺ら以外の人間がいなかったの。
ゲームだから。
モノクマさんが意味不明な能力を使えてい
Baby
たのに。
だから。
ゲームだから。
ふざけんな。なんでもありじゃねえか。
そうやって怒ってるお前らだって楽しんでたじゃん。ゲームだからこその何でもありな世界をさ。というわけで無理やりでも納得してください。ゲーム内世界という閉ざされた空間が殺し合い修学旅行の本当の舞台だったのです。
いい加減にしろよ。そんな話 信じられるわけねえだろ。
きっと昔の人が初めて飛行機を見た時もそんな反応をしたんでしょうね。でもすぐに違和感もなくなって慣れてくるよ。コンタクトレンズみたいにさ。
世界とコンタクトレンズを同列に語らないでください。
大体これがゲーム世界っつうなら、ここにいる俺らは何なんだよ。
架空の存在とか言うんじゃねえだろうな。
この世界を作ってるのは新世界プログラムっていう未来機関のプログラムなんだけどさ、それはユーザーの脳に直接作用を及ぼすことで仮想現実世界を共有させる仕組みになってるんだ。つまりお前らの本体はちゃんと現実世界にも存在してるってことだよ。ただし今はまるで夢でも見てるみたいにどっぷりとゲーム世界に
This is so lame.
けどね、簡単に言えばほらあれだよ。エクボじゃなくて
アバターか。本体の分身としてゲーム内で再構築された存在。
だけどただのアバターじゃないんだよな。
現実世界の本体からあるものを取り除かれた上に再構築されたアバター。それがお前らだからね。
取り除かれたって何をだ。
That was removed from our bodies. He's definitely talking about that.
そうか。俺たちから取り除かれたのは学園生活の記憶なんだな。
つまり俺らは入学前の記憶から作られたアバターってことか。
だから私たちには希望が峰学園で生活した記憶がないと。
めちゃくちゃ言ってんじゃねえよ。昔の記憶から作られたとかアバターだとかここがゲーム世界だとか、なんでそんな SF じみた話になってんだよ。俺は絶対に信じないからな。
SF じゃなくてゲームだってば何度言えばわかるんだよ。
This world is virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept it. Is believing him really the only thing we can do? No. What the fuck? Make your argument. Reserve department, the tragedy, clean school life, list of subjects, hope cultivation program, new world program.
ここがゲーム世界って証拠があんのかよ。
証拠はお前ら自身だよ。
どういう意味ですか。
今は入学前の記憶から作られたアバター。でも現実にいる本体は違う。今は記憶にない学園生活の日々も本体はちゃんと過ごしてるんだよ。
何がゲーム世界だよ。
Your bodies actually live that life.
何がアバターだよ。俺はちゃんと生身の人間だぞ。
This is a virtual world. We are avatars that were created for this world. I don't want to believe something like that, but... So I have new world program, hope cultivation plan, plan is founder, list of subjects. New world program.
でも今は記憶にない学園生活。本体はちゃんと過ごしてるんだよ。
What? If you're going to agree with me, I would rather have you provide a better argument than that. It's like I messed up. Live that life.
ここがゲーム世界って証拠があんのかよ。
証拠はお前ら自身だよ。
どういう意味ですか。
今は入学前の記憶から作られたアバター。でも現実にいる本体は違う。今は記憶にない学園生活の日々も本体はちゃんと過ごしてるんだよ。
そうかもしれない。さっき職員室みたいな部屋でさ、妙な新聞の切り抜きを見つけたんだよ。そこには西園寺が映ってたんだけど、俺たちが知ってるあいつよりずっと大人っぽかったんだ。大人っぽかったってなんだよそれ。今の俺たちは入学時の記憶から作られたアバターだから、この体も入学時のままだけど、現実世界では俺たちはそれ以降の学園生活を送っている。つまりその分だけ成長しているはず。中にはその間に見違えるほど成長したやつだって。
それが西園寺さんということですか？
入学後の西園寺さんは高度成長期に入ったようです。クズルー君のチビ仲間は卒業したんだってさ。
信じられっかよ。ただのデタラメだ。
でもお前らがただの記憶喪失だったとすると、その間も体だけは成長しているはずだよね。だったら体が急成長したように感じるはずだけど、どうしてお互いに誰も気づかなかったの？
記憶を失う前の皆さんを知らないからです。
学園生活の記憶をなくしちまった後にあっても、俺らは初対面と一緒なんだぞ。その前を知らねえんだから、いくら成長したって気づくわけねえだろ。
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then we wouldn't have noticed the difference? Wouldn't he have noticed the difference? Wait, hold on. Am I sure it's this person? I should think about it again. We didn't know each other before and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other. We didn't know each other before and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other. Wouldn't he have noticed the difference? Ooh!
お前しかいない。なあ、クズリュウってペコ山とは昔からの知り合いだったんだよな。
そうだよな。言われてみりゃおかしいよな。いや、どう考えたっておかしいぞ。
おかしいって何がですか？
なあ、俺らが奪われた学園生活の記憶ってのはどのくらいの期間なんだ？
詳しいことは新世界プログラムを作った未来機関じゃないとわからないけど、だいたい2年とか3年とかそれぐらいのスパンじゃないかな。
そんなに長いのかよ。
俺とペコは入学前どころかほとんど毎日面を合わせてたんだ。急に2年間の記憶が飛んだらさすがに外見的な変化に気づいたはずだ。
逆にさ、記憶喪失すらモノクマの嘘とは考えらんねえのかよ。
そうやって記憶喪失を受け入れないから大事なことに気づけないんだよ。記憶喪失は行われているの。そしてお前らは記憶を奪われたアバターなの。
ここが架空の世界で、俺らは架空のアバターで、そんな話を受け入れろっつうのかよ。
俺は自分の鼓動だって感じてるし、自分の匂いだってちゃんと感じてるぞ。じゃあ俺が感じてるこれは何なんだよ。これも全部嘘だってのかよ。
ゲームだからって全てが嘘ってわけじゃないよ。ほら、催眠術でやけどを負ったって暗示をかけられると本当にやけどの跡が出てくるって話があるでしょ。
俺たちの脳がリアルだと感じれば、それはリアルと同じ意味を持つってことか。
そういえばそれと似たような現象の話を聞いたことがあります。ある国で死刑囚に対して行われた実験らしいのですが、目隠しをされてベッドに横たわった死刑囚は血液を抜き取るために足の指先を小さく切開され、その血液が滴り落ちる音が鳴り響く実験室の中に一人で放置されてしまいました。しかし実のところ彼は血など抜き取られていなかったのです。彼はただ水滴の音を聞かされ、体内の血が失われていると思い込まされていたのです。ですがそれにもかかわらず、その死刑囚は死亡してしまいました。
さすがソニアさん、オカルト的な知識が半端ねえぜ。
たとえ嘘でもリアルな嘘なら本当にもなっちまうってことか。実際の俺らは機械かなんかにかけられて、そこから意識みてえのだけがここに飛ばされてて、でこのゲームの中の世界で感じてたものを本物だと思い込んでたってことか。
だったら俺らが今まで過ごしてきたあの茶葉木刀ってのは、もちろんあれも架空の世界だ。あの海もあの砂浜もあの建物も何もかもが新世界プログラムによって作られた架空の世界なんだ。それは今のこの空間だってそうだ。俺たちの目に見えているのは全てプログラムで作られた架空の光景で、本物のように見えるのは俺たちの脳がそう感じているだけなんだ。
That's why in the end it was all just a creation. That's the truth. The truth is, it was all a lie. That is, this world's truth.
何もかも嘘っぱちなら、じゃあ俺は何を信じたらいいんだよ。
嘘なら嘘で構わねえじゃねえか。
おい、しれっと何言ってんだよ。
だってよ、ここがゲーム世界ってことは、ここで起きたことも全部ゲームの中の出来事なんだろ。
だったらもしかして。
そうだ、俺らがやらされてた殺し合いもただのゲームってことだ。だったらあそこで死んだ連中も現実世界ではまだ生きてるはずだぞ。
プログラムの世界で死んだだけで実際に死んだわけじゃねえんだもんな。
That's probably not it.
では皆さんは生きていらっしゃるのですね。
ああ、そういうこった。そうだろ、モノクマ。何がおかしいんだ。
たとえ嘘でもリアルな嘘なら本当になる。さっきクズリュウ君もそう言ったじゃん。
まさかあれもそうだってのか。
新世界プログラムはただのゲームじゃなくて究極のリアリティを持つ超次世代ハードなんだ。そのリアリティたりやプレイヤーであるアバターが死を感じれば、実際に本体の脳までもが活動をやめてしまうほどなんだよ。
だったら死んだ連中は。
肉体が死んだわけじゃないから完全に死んだとは言えないかもしれないけど、だからこそ逆に残酷だよね。空っぽになった肉体だけが残ってるなんてさ。
一生目覚めないということですか。
なんだよそれ。なんだよ。
だって死んでも死なない ゲームなんて誰も面白がってくれないじゃ
何がゲームだ。俺たちはそんなことのために命を削ってたんじゃない。
ん。怒るなら未来機関にお願いします。お前らにこのゲームを強要したのは連中なので。
未来機関。未来機関の連中が俺らにこんなゲームをさせたのか。何もかも未来機関の仕業ってことかよ。
それでは小野美さんと七海さんは。
あいつらは俺らを助けるために未来機関を裏切って、そんで処分されちまったとか。
そうか、俺らの本当の敵は未来機関だったんだな。
The future foundation is our real enemy. Is that it? Is that really it? What the fuck?
新世界プログラムってのを開発したのは未来機関なんだよな。
その中に俺らを閉じ込めたのも未来機関の仕業なんだな。
だったら敵は未来機関だ。だいたい殺し合いのゲームを作る連中だ。
And this is all a game, there's no doubt this is a killing game. That's what we are forced to do. I see.
新世界未来
その中未来機関
だったら敵だいたい殺し合いのゲームを作る連中が正義の味方なわけねえもんな。
では未来機関の正体とはズバリ悪の組織だったのですね。
Who's our enemy?
新世界プロ未来
その中未来機関
だったら敵だいたい殺し正義の味方。
では未来機関ズバリ悪の組織だったのですね。
しまった。
新世界プログラムってのを開発したのは
What the fuck? Getting school life.
未来機関なんだよな。
その中に俺らを閉じ込めたのも未来機関の仕業なんだな。
だったら敵は未来機関だ。だいたい殺し合いのゲームを作る連中が正義の味方なわけねえもんな。
では未来機関の正体とはズバリ悪の組織だったのですね。
新世界プ未来機関
その中に俺ら未来機関の仕業なんだな。
だったら敵だいたい殺し合いのゲームを作る連中だ。
I cannot fucking figure this one shit out.
新世界プログラムってのを開発したのは未来機関なんだよな。
その中に俺らを閉じ込めたのも未来機関の仕業なんだな。
だったら敵は未来機関だ。だいたい殺し合いのゲームを作る連中が。それは違うぞ。本来新世界プログラムが作る世界には暴力なんて概念は存在しないらしいんだ。だったらどうして殺し合いなんかが起きたんだよ。俺たちに殺し合いを強要したのはこのプログラムに侵入したウイルスが原因だ。
もしかしてそのウイルスというのは。
だよな。モノクマが現れるまではこの島は平和そのものって雰囲気だったもんな。
ああ、ウサミが物見に改造されたあたりからおかしなことになっちまったんだ。
モノミ、懐かしいあの子にはこの世界においてどんな役割があったのかね。
おい、露骨に話をそらしてんじゃねえよ。
But it's also something we need to clear up. Monomi or Usami's role that she had in this world was observer.
そうか。あいつはこの新世界プログラムの監視者だったんだよな。
そう、未来機関から監視者という役割を与えられたノンプレイヤーキャラクターだね。
ノンプレイヤーキャラクターってなんだよ。
誰にも操作されてねえキャラだ。俺らみてえなアバターとは違うってことだよ。
モノミはお前ら15人を監視するだけの完全なるプログラム上の存在でしかなかったんだよ。
ちょっと待ってください。モノクマさんは15人とおっしゃりませんでしたか？
おめえは数の数え方を忘れちまったのか。俺らは全部で16人だったんだぞ。
Except Chiaki.
もう一人の監視者を除いてってことだろ。は？もう一人の監視者？そうか。そもそも新世界プログラムには15人の参加者の他に2人の監視者がいたんだ。その片方がモノミで、もう一人は。
もしかしてナナミさんですか？
ああ、そうだ。
ナナミがノンプレイヤーキャラクターだと？
じゃああいつはただのプログラム上の存在で、実際はどこにも存在
That's
してなかった
actually crazy.
だったらあいつは人間じゃねえのかよ。
She didn't exist at all? Not human?
違う、そんなことはない。ナナミはちゃんと生きてたじゃないか。たとえ架空の存在だろうと、あいつは確かに生きてたじゃないか。忘れたのかよ。俺たちはそのあいつに命を救われたんだぞ。
ゲームキャラへの感情移入はほどほど。